Hello everybody, Ken here, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Last time, we beat the Dark Room, didn't we? We only went and bloody did it. But, there's plenty more to be done. So I think we've actually, oh, hang on. Nope, we haven't beaten Mum's Heart with Eve. Let's do that. We'll definitely do it this time. Here we are, Basement 1. I think that's NVE3 3NQ9. Dead Bird, of course, and the Whore of Babylon. Going to be a bit of a slow start, even with her low damage, but hopefully we can make this work. What do we want to pick up early on as Eve? Well, ideally, like maybe some alternative survival that allows us to drop our heart down to 1, so we can do Whore of Babylon stuff and benefit from that damage bonus. There's plenty of other options as well too, but I do like that as a kind of starting trick. And, you know, sometimes by the end of the game you don't need a Whore of Babylon quite so much, but early on it does compensate for her rather mediocre damage. Not even mediocre, it's just like kind of flat out bad, I reckon. And chase down these little boys. These sad little fellas. Oh, rough Tims for them. Sorry, chaps. Okay, another red little fella here. Crikey. He wriggles around. Dun, dun, dun. Oof. Okay, lovely. And we go into the... We'll clean up the fires. See if we can nab any coins, any cheeky nickels for an early buff. Doesn't look like it, sadly. So we'll just head on up. We'll take this route. I'm feeling it. Take this guy out as quickly as we can so that the other guy doesn't come over and cause a problem. There we go, we did it. Lovely. Fantastic. And a bomb. So now we've got a... Ooh! Pyromaniac as a fantastic early pickup. Gives us 5 bombs and it protects us from explosions. Explosions will now heal us. So now I'd love an item like Dr. Fetus. I don't even know if that's unlocked by default. I'm really not quite sure with how the unlock progression works in Rebirth. I never looked too deeply into it. But I just kind of got on with it. I felt like with Isaac, because I came into it a little bit later, I really only really got properly into Isaac with Wrath of the Lamb. And I enjoyed playing it. You know, I played like 30 hours of vanilla Isaac and had fun with it, but Wrath of the Lamb was where I really took to the Binding of Isaac and put in like 100 odd hours. And that's where with Wrath of the Lamb there was so much going on that I went and looked up a lot of stuff kind of as I was going. But oh, and Famine going to give us a cube of meat, which is not a terrible item. I don't know if it's necessarily what we want on Eve right now, but maybe we'll get some invincibility with it. Maybe we'll be able to do some dirty tricks with that. That'd be kind of nice for us. We could grab a unicorn stump to go with it, or anything like that. Even so, cube of meat's like a solid item. It protects you, and of course you can use it aggressively as well. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, so I got into Rebirth kind of being fairly comfortable with the Binding of Isaac. So I figured, yeah, you know, I'll just kind of go with this and see how it goes. Now, and obviously I watched some people playing because I do enjoy watching. It's a game I love watching because the randomness of it. I think it works really well as a viewing experience. But when there's our curse, time to get our damage on. Yeah, eat this. What are you going to do about that? Lovely. Pretty solid damage, really. We could avoid taking that heart, although I actually don't know if it would be possible or not. But we'll hop down. There we go. Dodged it. Might as well. We've got the spirit heart. This is going to help speed up things just a little bit, which I think is actually going to be quite beneficial in this early stage. When we're not in too much danger of taking a ton of damage, you know, I'll say that I said that, and now I'll proceed to die immediately. But I think as times to do this go, This is not a bad one. So I played through Rebirth. I say mostly on Vita. I started on PS4 and then I transferred my save to Vita, and that's where I actually ended up doing most of the stuff. And I did get down and beat the Dark Room once or twice. But then there's just so much going on that I didn't really get a chance to spend time with it. And I think now doing it here is part of why I wanted to do it on YouTube, because I know I enjoy watching it. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching it as well. Here's our invincibility item, which was one we haven't seen. But also, yeah, I figured it would be a good way to get me playing it again. So this is the Nord Leaf, the sort of stand still, and we're invincible. Nothing can hurt us. And we could just stand here and let Cube of Meat do the work, I guess, if anything's chasing us. Now, as soon as we move, we lose the protection. But it's kind of useful. It's particularly good if you get any kind of... it's worth noting, like if we start shooting, it goes away as well. If you stand completely still, then you're safe, which can be useful in very specific situations, certainly. Any kind of situation where you're trapped by enemies that just kind of wander around randomly. Just have the... doesn't take long to do, just to pop off like that. Can be quite beneficial, really. Secret room looks like it might be here. We've got lots of bombs, so I guess we could try it out. Sadly, it's not. I guess it could possibly also be down here, which might allow us to get in the shop. We don't really have the money to be in the shop. Oh god, this double Monstro and a couple of guys. What is this? Double red Monstro as well. Which I think he's slightly smaller, a little bit more aggressive. Whoa, easy does it. Two monsters at once is awkward, for sure. I mean, nothing we can't handle, but it's a little bit awkward. Oh, I just got clipped by that. We have to be careful now because we're out of our Spirit Heart protection range. We should still be able to finish this without taking any red heart damage. And I guess we'll grab the health. I don't know if it makes a difference for deal with the devil. Whoa! Thanks for that bomb. And we'll get in here and hopefully there's a 1 heart deal that does us proud. Well, you know, hey, chest. Maybe the red chest will give us something good. Oftentimes they don't, but sometimes they really work in your favour. I'll definitely take Guppy. It's a good start. It's an item I like a lot. Health up, fantastic. Speed up, also fantastic. Okay, this is good. This is good early starting stuff. Still having damage issues. Would love some better damage. Some kind of item to help us buff that up. But we've got some pretty cool things going on already. Got ourselves Guppy's Head. It's not going to be too good because the blue fly is a scale off your damage. And our damage isn't great right now. But damage is damage. And I'm not going to complain too much about it. We can get it. Oh, I don't really want to waste my Sin Heart going in there when it's the only one we've got. Gotta take this poop out. There we go. I tried to get him to bounce off his fellow poop, and it worked, which was beneficial. Whoa, easy does it. Okay, fantastic. Pop that Guppy's head and move on. I'll take out this guy. Well, I kind of want to take out that green guy first. But he's also not a huge threat. And these greed heads are dangerous. So I'm kind of trying to deal with them. We've got our item room here. Again, hopefully we get a damage item. That'd be pretty tasty. Come on, dead bird. If you're gonna show up, at least do something. Like, we could actually use dead bird here and just kind of stand in the middle. What? Oh, my thing didn't pop up quite in time. It's not quite as fast as I would like it to be. I'll take one more speed up, sure. Got to be careful about speed ups. You know, it's Sister Maggie. It's a friendly, or a familiar rather. It's more powerful than Brother Bobby. Deals the red tears, of course. And that was probably going to work out okay for us. It is slightly more damage. It's not more damage in the way I would really like. But I'm not going to complain too hard because it is more damage, and that's kind of what we were asking for. even if it's not in the way I would have asked for it myself. Okay, we don't have to deal with the homing spiders while they're not nearby, because they don't actually shoot very far range-wise. Whoa, actually that would have healed us. It wouldn't actually have been a problem. I need to remember that we've got that. Samson's lock, item we just recently unlocked, as it were, in our last run. Don't want to walk on the creep. There we go. I'd love to get that, but we need flying to do so, obviously. Not going to waste our coin getting in there. And we're at the boss room. Did we? We did find the item room. I guess we could just go in. It's pestilence. Well, that's going to level up our cube of meat. So I guess that's good. Always nice to do. Gotta be real careful of these big bombs. And Samson's covered a lot of the floor in creep here, which is scary. Crikey. It's kind of all go. I have to be real careful about how I move around so that we don't get trapped by a load of creep going down. Oh, well there's the old curse. They come up. That will let us deal out a lot of damage quickly. Which is it's going to be nice. Although it's not, you know, I'd rather have had it come up. I'd rather just get the damage than have to take the health hit to do it. Cube of meat, got to meet them all. And now we've got some more shooting. And now look at this, we've got triple red shots. At least while we're in this mode. I think we'll explore the floor just purely because we are in quite a fragile situation with just the 2 hearts. Don't really want to go in the curse room. I'd love to go in this room, but we're not going to be able to afford to. Oh, or are we? We are now. 3 chests is worth my while. Spiders will stop the first wave spawning. Here's wave actual number 1. Which is a weird way of phrasing it, but there we go. You know what I mean. Whoa. Okay, brilliant. It's the spinny fellas. I still don't really know what to call these guys. They are kind of like Diglets, but I got so used to calling the moving ones Diglets from Classic Isaac, the sort of womb enemies. These guys are these static variants. Are, I don't know, they feel like they should have their own name. I'm sure they do have a name. I just don't know what it is. Never went to the trouble of looking it up. Is the chargy little Larry Jr. I don't like. He looks like he's got a mouthful of like oat biscuits or something. I'm sure it's probably not what it's meant to be, but that's what it looks like to me. Just old oaty biscuit mouth. Just don't you know, chew your food, swallow it. Don't talk with your mouth open. Don't charge at people with your mouth open. A second guppy item. Fantastic. Well, we're well on our way to the big time. The big time, of course, becoming guppy, which will give us flying. And it will give us special guppy stuff. I'm actually going to go in the curse room now because we're quite close to becoming guppy anyway. 2 red chests. Every potential here. Come on. Nope, just a load of spiders. Okay. I think that was worth the spirit heart because, you know, we're close to becoming guppy. So we should take every chance to get our hands on some red chests. Anywhere for the secret room obviously to be. Well, I guess it'd be down here, right? Let's go check it quickly. Could get a good item in the secret room. We got loads of bombs. Diddle diddle diddle. Well, we got 2 coins out of it. That's okay. Also nab that bomb. Still got 2 keys. We won't use a key to go into the shop with 13 coins. It's not quite worth it, I don't think. Instead, we'll go down to the next floor. Fantastic. Here we are, Caves 2. Making decent progress so far. I'm still not loving the position we're in, but with being so close to being guppy, 1 item could really change it. I kind of prefer it wasn't dead cat, just because we don't have a whole lot of survivability generally. I mean, our damage isn't so good that your damage needs to be real good for Once your damage is real good, it doesn't matter that you've only got 1 red heart because you're killing stuff so quickly as a strong high damage guppy. But when you're not a high damage guppy, like the guppy effect's still really good, but it's not good enough to what. That's pretty terrible, isn't it? It's not good enough, I don't think. Low damage guppy to warrant having 1 heart. I probably would take it right now, just because I think like we're in a position where it would still work out okay for us. Really deal with these flying buttholes first and foremost. Oh, dead birds out. We didn't use our guppy's head either, so we've got to make sure we do that. I kind of want to see if Dead Cat can get rid of. So these guys, they kind of wander around freely, so you can just kind of stand there and let guppies let the dead bird do the dirty work. And we found our boss room already, which is nice, but we don't want to go in yet because we've got plenty more things to collect first. Got our item room. It's going to come in handy for us. Splat. Splat. And I don't want to use my key because we're going to need that key for the item room. I actually didn't really want to use it on the last place, but I thought I could get up behind the poop and protect myself from the charge, and I could have done. But then foolishly, I destroyed the poop that I was hoping to use to protect myself. Okay, well, we cleared this guy out. Great stuff. Didn't go quite to plan there, but we're in fairly good shape right now. I would love more damage. I would love like a unique damage item, like a brimstone, or even like an ipecac. We haven't seen ipecac yet. A pretty fun one to get. I don't super love ipecac. It's quite hard to use effectively, but you can make it work. Of course, it's very potent. It's incredibly potent. It's just you've got this kind of big downside that it's quite difficult to actually accurately utilize it. Oh, good thing we didn't pop the old chest there. Waste our key. Not waste our key necessarily. Could be something really good in there. But we've got 1 single key, and I'm not prepared to throw that 1 single key in. And actually, we'll take the item room at the moment over the shop over the item room. But if we get a few more coins, like enough to buy an item and a key, then I'll go for that. Oof, 19. That's probably not enough to buy an item and a key, which is slightly upsetting. We'll keep looking around for our shop. Oh, sorry, for our item room. Here it is. Along with all these little spiders. The red spiders don't seem to chase you down too much, like the little black and red ones. These little guys. They look like little bombs, but they don't actually explode, which is slightly bizarre, I suppose. It's okay, it's a solid item, the mulligan. It's actually not going to be that great if we end up turning into Guppy, because it kind of, the Guppy gives you a super mulligan effect anyway. So, I feel like it's less useful. Here we are, secret room, ahoy, and we should be able to grab a load of pills, maybe. Yeah, look at this. What a haul. Actually, not an incredible haul, but not too bad. 48-hour energy. Sure, another speed up. It's maybe getting to the point where we don't want any more of those. Amnesia is a pain, but I think we know roughly where we're going. Boss room's over to the right. This is where we started out. Gluttony is a great fight to have. I kind of want to get him to do a side attack because it's more... we can get kind of more out of dodging it. But no joy there. I wish Gluttony wasn't in that middle area as well, because it makes it harder for him. Like, it is possible to get him to drop his items, but it's kind of awkward. Again, this is a situation where we could stand still and let cube of meat slowly do its work. I don't necessarily think that's the right solution. Dead bird also doing its own work. We'll bop up here. Anything happening up here? No, not really, just a few flies. Damn it! Bombs are key. That's debatably okay, because it does mean we can get into the item room and do item room stuff. So let's go do that. But not ideal necessarily. I guess we can open these chests now. Not really too much of a downside. We did get a bomb out of it, so that's okay. There is another chest around somewhere which I'd love to grab. Sadly, not quite sure where it is because of their amnesia. We'll grab the treasure map. Seems like a decent item to have on us. I don't really want to pop telepills because we have amnesia. Oh, the cricket's head, there it is indeed. And this is going to give us a nice damage buff. Get us up to 3 whole damage points. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. Okay, so I think the boss room is just down here to the right. Oh, another chest. I'll take it. I'll take Bob's brain. Sure. Risky, but the damage bonus could work out real good for us. Oh my gosh, that fly flew right in front of me. Oh, it's okay, no, it doesn't matter. Bob's brain's not going to do damage to us. We've got Pyromaniac. Oh, this is actually kind of synergy then. Like in a weird way. We can kind of stand right next to him and go, oh, he didn't actually take the hit. Guppy's hitbox, or Gertie's hitbox rather, stopped us from actually taking the hit there. Gertie's not really shooting at us too much, which is good. There we go, see, there we healed up with Bob's brain explosion. Cheeky synergy there. Gotta love that. HP up is okay. Would really love to get a devil deal. It's going to be tough here. But if we can get one, I think that would work out quite nice for us. So this is a great time to have Bob's brain because we've got the Pyromaniac and he's actually going to heal us if it hits us and not hurt us. Which is pretty much exactly what we want. I wonder how it works if you get the sacrifice item, the one that's strapped to you. Presumably that would just heal you when you blew up, so you take effectively no damage and could cause infinite explosions and it'd be kind of broken. But then Pyromaniac is a really strong item, as is anyway. So, you know, that wouldn't be ridiculous to have that in there. Looks like our boss is probably going to be top left, so we'll head over here first, see if we can find the item room. I'm feeling pretty good about our speed now. I don't think we need to upgrade that too much more. Okay, there's going to be a lot of keys to get this stuff, and we're almost guppy. So I think maybe we should just hang on, because there's every chance we find a guppy item and sneak ourselves into a flying position. And there we go, clean that up. Lovely. What have we got left? Quite a few flies, actually. I was going to say, I guess we can just heal with these, which is what I was actually intending to do. I wasn't recklessly charging in for no reason. I did contemplate that as an idea before I did it. Like, surprisingly, perhaps, for some. I know some of you might think I was just being stupid, but nope, it was actually intended for once. The problem with these big rooms and these, like, all these leaping enemies, it's quite difficult to know when they're actually coming up. Because you don't see them leap up necessarily. If they're over here in the corner, you can't see when they've jumped up. And then they'll still come down on you. The inner eye is going to give us a triple shot, which is kind of nice. That's going to buff our damage up a fair old whack. And I guess well, in fact, we won't nab this yet. What we'll do is we'll pop up to the sacrifice room first. And grab whatever's in there. Which is just some blue spiders. Not particularly helpful. And then we'll nab this. We're fast enough to warrant it. And then let's get out of here. Make like Gareth and Bale. As is the popular catchphrase of Gareth Bale. Managed to heal ourselves there. Heal ourselves. Heal ourselves. And then hurt ourselves in the process. No way to blow this up into here, so sadly that's not going to be an option for us. This is one of those times where if we're going to get caught in a corner, we can always manipulate the Tanuki suit in our favour, or whatever it's called, the not the Tanuki suit, but the leaf effect. Whoa, easy does it. 3 keys is okay. We'll go in the item room. It's a greed fight. It's okay. Don't mind that too much. He's dead already. The power of Bob's brain. Steam sale. 50% off. That's going to be nice if we get any more shops. Easy does it. Through that sucker room. Gotta take out some of these guys before they charge in at us. Ones on the other side of the room shouldn't be able to get to us quickly because they're behind rocks and stuff. But they're starting to come over now. Take this one guy out and then we'll deal with his other compatriot over here. Get him to charge up. There we go, and then we can clean him up before he comes in again. Fantastic. Gotta love that. Bob's brain, that poop. Detonate the poop. Lovely. Okay, we're on our way up to the boss room. I wouldn't mind like a different spacebar item. I don't actually think the Guppy's head's always good, but given that our flies aren't that effective right now, it's not incredible. And if we become Guppy, then it doesn't matter too much anyway, because being Guppy is kind of good enough. We don't really need to go over to those last 2 rooms. They're so far away. Let's just fight the gate. Don't need to heal up from our effect yet. Now it would be kind of beneficial if we get Bob's brain back. We'll maybe try and stand close for the explosion. There we go. Nice to get the cheeky heal off it. And we get the heart, the HP up. So now it really would be good to get a devil deal, and it's going to be tough. Let's pop our telepills, just purely because we might get an I am error room. Man, I didn't even get a chance to say it. I love when that happens. Pheromones, that's okay. Bombs are key. Sure, I actually don't mind that too much. I would kind of like another key. Pretty fly. Speed up. I'll contemplate that. 48-hour energy. Bombs are key. Health up, I'll definitely take. Amnesia I don't need. 48-hour energy is fine. I guess we can pop that and get the flies out of it now. I'll take the speed up, and I'll take the pheromones with me down to the next floor. And did we get a goat head from that? I think we did. Just gonna have a check. Yeah, that is the goat head at the bottom row. Just having a sip of water. Okay, so boss room is likely to be maybe that left-hand side, because the top is not going to be, unless it's that. It might be off that top right room. That's definitely a possibility. Okay, great. This guy's just killing himself on the spikes, which is fantastic for us. We got plenty of health, and again, it'd be great to get a devil deal. So, being able to have the guaranteed devil deal is definitely great for us. We've got lots of hearts to spend, and we're going to spend them all. I mean, well, we might not spend them all, but we'll spend some of them at least. On the devil room, which we should get on the mum fight. Providing, of course, we make it there. But I'm fairly confident in our abilities to make it at least that far. Got the 2 of hearts for healing if we need it, or if we find something that's beneficial to heal for. Such as a blood bank. You know, you can kind of donate all your hearts and then heal up partway through. Always a nice touch. I'm going to check these rooms out. Some people will always clear, they'll go to the item room in the shop, but then they won't bother clearing the rest of the floor. Usually I will. I'm somewhat of a completionist. Unless I'm specifically racing through for something, I like to clear out whole floors, because you do find gold chests with cricket head in them or something, you know, something along those lines. And so I think there's just, I mean, obviously sometimes you come into a room like this and just wish that you hadn't walked in here, but those are in somewhat of a minority. I'm going to blow this up because it's more likely to be a secret room, and it's a free bomb anyway, so it's like it's not costing me anything to do that. We got the 2 of hearts to heal us up if needs be. Bomb and a key for this, sure. Something tasty, a child's heart. Not a great item, it's going to drop more red hearts, but it's actually okay. But I think we'll hang on to the petrified poop for now. We're not desperate for red hearts, especially as we've also got the healing card. So I think we can just kind of just get on with it, really. Can't grab that, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. I imagine that the green things count as explosions and therefore will heal us. So we shouldn't worry too much. My natural instinct is to worry, and I don't want to override that too much, because it's actually good to worry about that stuff. I think, you know, you don't want to get into a habit of not worrying about it, and then you go back to playing the normal game, and suddenly you take a load of damage. Oh, there we go. There's our damage. POLYPHEMUS Mega tears. Does slow down our fire rate a little bit, I think, but our damage should be up. Yep, up to 7 now. It's not even red yet, but we've got these triple tears. They're mega. I'd really still love to become Guppy right now, especially now because we've got even more damage. So the Guppy flies are going to be even more useful. His old chub. Look at this. Look how much. Like, I'm just going to do 1 hit on him, and we did actually hit him with the other thing, with the Bob's brain there. So it was less of a normal test, but and also the flies are coming in. But we can, yeah, look at these. These guys just going down in a hit. Really nothing doing there. What have we got in here? Pheromones. It's an okay item to have for hanging around. 5 chests. Not too bad, really. Snatch all this stuff up for sure. And see, this is now we're in a point where we don't really need Whore of Babylon. If we get it, it'll be a cheeky bonus, and it might be useful if we do find like a dead cat. Maybe we can consider taking it now, because we've got the I don't really need that healing item, to be honest. Like, not enough to carry it around with me. I'll probably take it down to the next floor because I don't necessarily need oh, look at this, and we've got the steam sail. We can grab the champion's belt, which I think gives us the damage up, and more enemies will come. Can't remember what this pill is, but I'm very glad I spent 3 cents on it, I'll tell you that. And this is basement 2, so, or depth 2 rather, so we can just chuck some money in here. Might be a little beggar to donate to, but we might as well. I want to get this thing up because we need to start upgrading the shop, which I think happens at 100 coins. Because it's only going to make our future runs easier. Investing, much like real life, investing early will benefit you hugely down the line. Nice easy room here, should be. Just going to clean this guy up in no trouble. Clean this up with no trouble, or in a short space of time. I think were the 2 things I was going for there, and I couldn't decide between them, so I just said neither. Whoops, really picked up the wrong thing there, I suppose. Got 2 more cents, we can go spend that. Well, we'll make it to the final room first, and in fact this is exactly where we thought it was. Interesting, pheromones doesn't affect an enemy if it's up in the air at the time. Good to know. Right, I'm going to go spend my 4 cents. We're already well past the par time for boss rush, so no need to worry about that. Let's just go dump this money in here. Fantastic. And we'll grab our card, because I did use the other thing with the intention of grabbing this. If we'd become Guppy, we'd be in a great position here where we could we'd be in a great position where we could there's a key beggar. I don't have the keys to warrant investing in you. Sorry, son. Oh, I will take all these though, and invest them, I guess, in the shop again. Okay, good to know that that's in the rotation, I suppose. Oh, we should take telepills. Meh, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say we should take it to telepills out of the boss room, but I don't think we're going to gamble on another Iron Arrow room. We've already had one, and the chance of those is very low. And there we go. Look at that store upgrade, ready for next time. Perfect. And I think that stays even if you do go below 100 coins, but I'm not intending to blow up the item room. We might as well take this heart, seeing as we're going to be locked in once we go into the mum room. Isaac. Now we're actually protected here because the stomp counts as explosive damage, so you see it doesn't hurt us. And mum's other attacks will hurt us, and so will other enemies. So I shouldn't really treat it like we don't have to do anything, but I don't have to be too worried about mum stomping down. We're doing pretty solid damage as is anyway. Gonna clean this up. Not too much trouble. There we go, and we get a nice angel room. So let's go peek at what's in there, I suppose. Oh, it's the wafer. Fantastic timing for it. So now we'll go down to the womb, and normally where you take double damage from the womb onwards, that will be reduced by half, so it'll be like normal damage. That's not very exciting at all, to be honest, but we do so much damage right now that it's actually okay. I don't know what caused them to explode though. Oh, it's probably Bob's brain, wasn't it? You know, the explosive item that we throw out at the start of every fight. Look at this sweet damage. Gosh, why did our range get so low all of a sudden? I think it's just the way we were moving. I think we were moving away from Loki. Oh, hello, Chub. Look at this. Look, just absolutely destroying him. Fantastic. I'm all about this. All about this base. For sure. Okay. See, now you can tell when I'm like happy with the damage we're doing because I start exploring the room and going into like side rooms, which you shouldn't really do as a general rule because it's not, you don't need to. Even here is like, I didn't need to be in this room. This is a completely optional room. Oof. I kind of got myself in a weird position there. So you see we took half a heart from that, which is of course what I was intending to demonstrate. I wasn't taking silly damage whatsoever. Now, I need to get better at spotting tinted rocks in the room. I know you can do it. I actually didn't really realise that you could do it until, like, I was watching an NL video recently, and he just started blowing up like guaranteed tinted rocks in the womb. And I didn't really realise how you did it, and I kind of I clocked on to like, oh, actually you can recognise them. They're just harder to spot because obviously they're not discoloured like normal. But that's fine. We can nab this. No danger. I don't mind the red fleshy turrets because even though they shoot more, you can always hit them. It feels fairer, you know. Revel in the power of darkness. I mean, we can take this with us. We don't actually necessarily need the health. The damage is probably better than the health, if we're honest. So, I guess let's nab in there. Fight Mama Gertie. We'll pop the devil card here. Get the red hearts going. We want to deal with Mama Gertie as fast as we can because we're not flying. We don't have a good way to avoid these spikes. There we go. Lovely and simple. Growth hormones for speed and damage. Now we're going to be real fast. Maybe too fast, but Rosary is not especially useful to us. But we've got it now. We can take that to the bank. And we'll grab this 2 of hearts. And I guess we'll just head on down. Kind of a shame that we're not getting any deal with the devils. For a nice guaranteed chance at a guppy item, but there we go. I've got to remember to drink water, especially on these slightly longer runs. Otherwise my throat collapses. Okay, I'm going to go down. I think down might be our best bet. We're kind of even here. It's one of those annoying ones where it's really not obvious from the get-go where it is you want to be. But, you know, we're in an okay spot. This is we've got a nice health buffer with these spirit hearts, which is good because it means I could theoretically take the dead cat if it came up. I don't necessarily know if I would, because Pyromaniac is such a powerful heal. And obviously it only works for the red hearts that we have. And there we go, first time. No messing around. No guppy item in there, sadly. But we'll get on with it. Oh, hello. Bob's brain doing work for us. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. Gotta watch out for the mum to start doing the lasers, but we might be able to kill it before then. Oh, interesting. Oh, we've got options here. We could go down, or we could go up. We haven't been up before. Man, I don't know what to do now. I'm torn. Maybe we should go up. Just because we haven't seen it. A light. Cheeky spirit heart. We don't really need to do that again. But I guess, I mean, we could. You know what, let's just go. Let's go in here. It's tempting to go, like, down because we can get the benefit from that. There we go, there's the fetus in a jar. So that was actually answers my question. I think maybe from earlier this episode of whether you could get that or not. So the benefit to going down is that we could have got into the dark room. But, you know, we haven't been up to the cathedral yet. So, good to see it, really. Don't know if we're in the best shape to beat it, but we're doing decent damage. We do have the wafer, actually, so, and Pyromaniac. So, I feel like we could probably make this in a way that oftentimes it might be difficult to. Didn't really want to give you... I could give you keys. Sure, okay, whatever. Like, there's not going to be that many things to spend keys on in the cathedral. Thanks. Ah, a spirit heart. How kind. Would have been nice if you paid out a guppy item in that red chest. But I'll take it. And there you go. Here's a lovely chest. But sadly, we can't open it. So, not to worry. Watch out for those guys because they will explode, of course. Take out this little gish guy. And bomb for a bomb, we could do that. Don't really need to do that. Oh, this isn't the boss room. It's disappointing. Pop our Guppy's head. Don't want to miss out on the free damage. Jesus. I did not expect him to come down quite so close to us. I guess we can take this. It's an extra hit. This is the final floor for us anyway. Right, let's make progression. I really love the music in here. I haven't spent too much time. I've only done the cathedral once or twice on Rebirth. Obviously playing on Vita. Now, that's good solid damage. For sure. And we spent all our keys. And there we go, a key. Look at this. Look at this damage. No trouble. Oh, easy does it. No dangers. At all. Double Monstro. Double Monst... No. I wish you could make them jump into each other and kill each other. That'd be kind of fun. Go on, hit him. Don't let him jump again. I ain't got time for that. Great stuff. Okay, now we can open this chest. Oh, I'm so sad we haven't got a guppy item after, like, having the potential to for so long. To have not actually got one out of it is kind of sad. There we go. Our damage is fantastic though, I'll grant you that. Like, it didn't even matter if we had, it probably wouldn't even matter if we had the wafer. Like, it might in the Isaac fight, because I'm not super practiced on the Isaac fight lately. Okay, I guess we could take this. There's not much poop in the cathedral. Like, say what you will about the messy people of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Even they know not to poop in a cathedral. I think that's just one of those things you learn innately as a child. Like, you go to a cathedral and your mum's like, please, like, I don't care what else you do. You know, you can cry, you can suck your thumb. Just do not poop. This is a holy place. And they're going to kick us out forever if you poop on the floor. We got a healing item. We're in great shape. Not even going to take damage from that because Good old, our good old friend protecting us. Sadly, the negative won't carry us down to the chest. But, I mean, we can't take on Isaac. Now, again, I'm not very practiced in this fight. But we are doing so much damage that it might not matter. Easy does it. Okay, now gotta stand up in this corner so he can't hit us. Like the opposite corner to the direction it's travelling is where you're safe. So either of these corners, it won't hit you up here as long as you get right up deep in there. Whoa, easy does it. See, our damage is not like unstoppable, but it's... Oh, okay, well we've been hit. That's fine. That one came up. We were just standing right in the corner. If we'd been standing in the middle of the room, it would have been fine. I guess the lesson there is don't start any of those waves by going to the corner. And we did it! Fantastic! And there's our Eve win, and it's a cathedral win at that. Oh, and this is a new ending, and it's really loud. Crikey. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about your poor ears. I'm deafened here right now as well, so... That might be so loud that it'll come through my headset onto the microphone. I don't actually know. But we made it, and I guess we'll watch our actual ending. Because why not? Ending 9 for beating Mum's heart. What's in the chest today, Isaac? What could it be? What a delight! It's a fetus in a jar. Fantastic. Dun dun dun! I actually didn't know it was going to do that, but I think my brain sort of somehow recollected that that's what it did. Man, Dr. Fetus is one of my favourite items in the game. Epic Fetus is fine. Like, I love Epic Fetus because it's so like ridiculously powerful. Dr. Fetus is so fun because it's actually quite hard to use well. It fires out bombs instead of tears. And it can be quite difficult to use effectively, but it's incredibly powerful. As in fact, I think the first time I beat Isaac was doing the challenge where it starts you automatically as Dr. Fetus. And I just used that challenge. I was like, oh, I finally beat Mum's heart. Like, I'd beaten Mum before, but I'd never managed to beat Mum's heart. And that was what got me to beat Mum's heart. And I think after that I was fine. I kind of got better at the game. But it taken me, at that point I was like 20 hours in and I hadn't beaten Mum's heart. And that challenge saved me. So that's going to bring an end to the episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to pop that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Binding of Isaac and other games as well, of course. I've been Ken, thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!